Hey, what's up guys? Soldier knows best there. So I always keep a smartwatch on my wrist, and I've been using this TicWatch Pro 4G LTE version here for the last few weeks, and this is my review of it. So I'm gonna jump right into it and just talk about the look and design of it. And I have to say that this watch only comes in one single version. You don't get any extra colors or different sizes to choose from. What you see is what you get. Now, I like it because it's not too subtle, but it's also not too fancy, and it has a nice stainless steel bezel around the screen, and it looks good. And you combine that with the silicone band, that's going to be great for working out, and it's easy to clean. Just need to wipe it off to get all that dirt and sweat off of it. I think it's a really nice, just kind of everyday looking watch that I think can fit in everywhere. Now, unfortunately, this watch doesn't have any type of rotating bezel and anything like that to be able to navigate the WearOS that's running on it, but the navigation still isn't that bad. I mean, if you just use the screen, you can swipe down from the top to be able to get to some quick settings like the airplane mode, and also to adjust the brightness. And then if you swipe up from the bottom, you can get to your notifications that you can swipe through and quickly swipe away when you're done with them. And then when you swipe from the right to the left, you have access to some different cards that will give you information like your weather card or your news card, and you can customize these cards on the watch or in the WearOS app on your phone. And then when you swipe from the left to the right, you can activate your Google Assistant, or you can look through some of your different calendar appointments, upcoming flights, and things like that. And so on the right hand side, you do have two buttons to use, and the top button, when you press it once, it will bring up your different apps and you can scroll through those on the touchscreen. But I think this is a missed opportunity. I really wish that it was like a little scroll wheel itself, so then you can use that button to kind of navigate up and down throughout the OS. But also when you just press it for a couple of seconds, you can activate Google Assistant, and this watch does have a built-in microphone and a built-in speaker, which I have to say is loud enough to where it works well with Google Assistant, and also too, if you just want to load up, play music, and listen to some songs for a little bit, it will work. Then moving to the bottom button, when you double press this one, it will activate Google Pay, and because this watch does have NFC, you can just take this watch into a store, hold it close to that terminal, and pay for something. And then when you do a single press on this button, it will by default activate the TicExercise app. So if you want to quickly, go for a run outside or indoors, you can just use this to be able to choose that particular setting. But if you want to change that app that this button opens when you do single press it, you can just press and hold on this button and go into the menu and change that function button to open up your clock app or whatever else that you want. Now, you've probably already noticed that this watch has a nice screen on it, and this is an AMOLED display that has good colors, good brightness, all around solid. But this watch has an extra trick up its sleeve because it has a LCD display that lives on top of this AMOLED one. And so this LCD only gives you some basic information like the date, the time, and also some step tracking info, but there's some other really good reasons why this lives on this watch. Now, the first one is going to be that it's going to be easier to read out in direct sunlight. And then the second reason is going to be the fact that it helps with overall battery life. So when you're not interacting with the watch, by default, it will switch over to this LCD display. And this is going to be better for saving your battery than if you were using the always on display option that you can choose to enable, but that basically just takes whatever watch face that you're using and just turns off certain aspects of that. So they're still going to be draining more battery than if you were using this LCD. And then if you want to really conserve your battery life, you can turn on essential mode. And essential mode basically just uses the LCD, and it gives you some health and exercise tracking info along with just the date and time like I mentioned before, but it turns off Wi-Fi, turns off Bluetooth. You're not going to be getting any notifications, nothing like that. It basically just turns this smartwatch into a dumb watch, and this will take your normal 1.5 to 2 day battery life that you get with this watch all the way up to 30 days. Now, why would anybody want to use this essential mode? Well, I can see it being good if you're outdoors or you're going camping and you don't have really access to charge things up. This will allow your watch to just last your entire trip. And then also if you're going on a flight for a long time, for like 10 hours, you're not going to be using the smart functions of your watch anyway. You can put it in this mode and just make sure that you're going to have as much battery life as you can when you hit the ground. Okay, so the main reason why this watch exists is because it does have 4G LTE capabilities, because there is already a TicWatch Pro, but this one has the ability to connect to Verizon's network. So now you can use it to take phone calls and text messages, and you can have it share the number with your regular number of your phone if you wanted to do that. And for me, connectivity has been solid, and I feel confident with just taking this watch out when I'm going to walk my dog, and I can still just contact people using the built-in speaker and also the microphone. And so yeah, it works good. And if you want to use this though, you are going to be paying some more money under Verizon. So if you already have a Verizon number, you can use their number share program. So this will be an additional $10 a month. But if you want to use it kind of like as a standalone number, it would be $20 a month. And so this connectivity makes this watch even better for working out, because I like the Tic exercise apps that come on this smartwatch. And I normally don't like kind of the additional third-party apps because Google has some really good health tracking already. But these apps are really good because they can automatically start detecting when you are doing a workout. So if I just go down to the gym and hop on the treadmill, it will go ahead and start tracking my workout without having me to do anything. And it has 24-hour heart rate monitoring, and it is rated IP68, so it's going to be tough against sweat, and it's also going to be tough enough to go in the pool with you for a swim. And the cool thing with the Tic exercise is that it can actually track your different strokes that you're doing. So if you go into a breaststroke or a backstroke, it can actually recognize that and keep that information for you, which I think is pretty cool. So this TicWatch Pro 4G LTE is a good all-around watch, but I really wish they actually stood out a little bit more and really took maybe a couple more chances to do something unique with their hardware. And maybe adding a rotating bezel is not going to be the most original thing, but it is really useful to have on a smartwatch, or at least something that you can rotate and move around without having to just rely on the touchscreen. And so for a WearOS watch, I think this is one of the better ones that I've used recently. So this watch currently runs for $299, but if you like it but you don't need the 4G LTE capabilities, you can just get the regular TicWatch Pro, and that costs $250 right now. So I'll leave links down below if you want to check it out for yourself. Also leave your comment down below and let me know what you think about this watch. And if you like this video and me, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell next to it. But like always, I do want to thank you for watching this video, and I will catch you later. Peace.